Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I'm here with another IELTS speaking test of one of my great student, and she is one of your favorite students, or she is one of your favorite personalities, Natasha Kundu. Actually, she's from India, but now she's living in USA. And Natasha has got 8.5 bands in speaking, and I'm going to interview her. So let's call Natasha. It's going to be interview on WhatsApp. It's her speaking test, and we are going to see that.
Hello.
Hello, good morning and good evening.
Good morning.
Okay, how are you, Natasha?
I'm good, sir. How about you?
Oh, fantastic, very good. You know, when I uploaded video about your struggle, about your conquest of getting IELTS man, many of my students were asking me to record speaking test with Natasha. So, I'm really thankful to you that you gave me your precious time to record this test.
Oh, my pleasure, sir.
Okay, so are you ready? Shall we start your speaking test?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We can. Yep.
All right. At the moment, it's speaking part 1, and I'm going to ask you some general questions about food and cooking. My first question is, what sorts of food do you like eating most?
I like eating very healthy food, such as brown rice or anything that comes from the ground. But basically, I like food that is not processed and that takes a longer time to cook. So, Indian food usually takes longer time to cook. So I prefer that over like Italian or Persian food.
Okay, lovely. My next question is, who normally does the cooking in your home?
It's me who do my cooking. My brother is a great cook and he would cook more often than me when he is not busy.
Okay. Do you watch
So
cooking?
that's me basically who does more of the cooking.
Good, good. Do you watch cooking programs on TV?
I watch cooking recipes on YouTube channel instead of television shows.
Right.
I watch quite of the different recipes posted by different chefs. They are world famous chefs most of the time, and sometimes it's posted by homemakers or some of my friends' favorite YouTube channels, so I follow that.
All right. In general, do you prefer eating out or eating at home?
Most of the time, I prefer eating at home.
Why?
First reason is because I know what I'm putting in the dish. I can the amount of oil and the salt, the sodium that goes in the food, as well as I can pick and choose the amount of spice that I want to go in the food. That's the main reason. So I know what's going in there in my body.
Okay, that's lovely. Do you think our eating habits will change in the future? It's just a general thing.
I feel to a greater extent, definitely it's going to change because as the climate is changing, our bodies are getting accustomed to more natural foods and less processed foods. Because of the climate change, our body's metabolism is tends to like vary a lot. So definitely we our body needs like more fiber and more protein instead of more processed and foods that have gluten. So my understanding and belief is definitely it's going to change.
Okay, Natasha, now move on to part 2 of your IELTS speaking. And there the topic is describe a house or apartment that someone you know lives in. So if you want a minute, you can take your time. Otherwise, you can start. You have to speak on this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. And you can jot down some notes as well if you want to.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, please start.
This house is one of my best friends she lives in. This is a single family house and has has a basement to start with. It has two garages. It has a very beautiful exterior look. It's similar to the House of White House that's in America, in Washington DC. So the entrance is very much similar to a White House entrance, and the outside appearance is white, having a silver lining near the doors. This house has total of 4 bedrooms, one guest room, and two of them bedrooms are taken by the kids. One girl child and one boy child. So definitely the boy room color is blue and the girl's room color is pink, as that's all people go with. It has a very beautiful, it has a very beautiful home theater at the basement.
All right. So that's it? Okay.
Yes.
Now we move on to part 3 of your speaking test. My first question is, what kinds of home are most popular in your country?
In my country, most popular homes are row houses. They are also called as bungalows, and these row houses are at one level. That means all the rooms, bathroom, toilets, dining area, living and kitchen area are all based in first level. And there is no upstairs or downstairs. So this is the most popular in my country.
What do you think are the advantages of living in a house rather than an apartment?
First advantage is that it's very spacious. Houses have a backyard. Apartment it feels a little claustrophobic. For some people, there is more space to walk around. You can plant more trees, do some gardening, so that serves as a second hobby. The third advantage is you can invite your friends and guests and have great time and parties in a big spacious area that you can decorate, versus in an apartment you'll have to count on the number of people, as it can be only so much number that it can fit.
Okay. Do you think that everyone would like to live in a larger home?
I don't think everybody would like to live in a larger home, and the reason is because the bigger the house, the more time it takes to clean. Secondly, there's a lot of maintenance, such as electricity bill, the heater bill, or the air conditioning bill. In order to cover that area, it's going to take up more electricity. So that's an expense. And lastly, is just like a lot of work, like sweeping and cleaning for people to maintain it.
Okay. How easy is it to find a place to live in your country?
It is difficult to find a place closer to the metro or closer to any public transportation. However, in the outskirts area, in the areas which is further away from the downtown or the main cosmopolitan area, it is easier to find places at a reasonable prices.
Okay. Do you think it's better to rent or buy a place to live in?
According to my perspective, it is better to buy a home, because when you're renting, you're paying someone else's mortgage, versus if you're buying it, and you can rather stay in it and pay the rent towards your own mortgage and probably rent some part out to another person. So in that way, the property is yours within some time frame.
Okay. Do you agree that there is a right age for young adults to stop living with their parents?
Yes, there is a right age, and the age is when they are matured and they can be responsible for their well-being and their health. The right age is when they are truly responsible for the things that they do, and they have responsibilities outside the house. So that would be the right age, around
Okay.
21, 22, whenever they are independent.
Right. That's the end of your IELTS speaking test, Natasha. Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Thanks a lot. May you have a fantastic day. Take care.
Take care, sir.
If you like this video, hit on the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. I also run another channel, Asad Yaqub Vlogs. You can subscribe to that channel as well. So this was Natasha, who got 8 bands in IELTS, 8.5 bands in IELTS speaking, and the proof is there. You can see her test result as well. Thank you very much, and I'm thankful to Natasha once again. Take good care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.